Every planet in astrology plays a role. The moon reflects your emotions. Venus brings love and beauty. Jupiter expands wisdom and abundance. But there is one planet, the one people fear most, the one we complain about when life feels heavy. And yet, it's the very planet that shapes us into who we're meant to become. That planet is Saturn. Saturn, the teacher, the karmic taskmaster, the slow-moving giant who asks not for speed, but for patience. Not for perfection, but for persistence. Where Jupiter blesses, Saturn tests. And without Saturn, there is no real growth. Why Saturn feels so hard? Let's be honest. Nobody likes Saturn when it arrives, because Saturn is slow. It delays, it restricts, it puts up walls. You study for the exam, but you fail once. You apply for jobs, but rejections pile up. You give your heart, but the relationship tests you again and again. And you wonder, why me? Why now? The truth? Saturn isn't saying no. It's saying not yet. Build it stronger. One of my teachers used to say, Jupiter gives you the gift. Saturn makes sure you can keep it. And that's exactly what Saturn does. It tests the foundations. Saturn in your chart, where you'll feel tested. Most look at your birth chart and you'll find Saturn sitting somewhere. That's your testing ground. In the seventh house, Saturn will test your patience in love and partnership. It teaches you commitment and boundaries. In the 10th house, Saturn slows down your career climb. You may start later, but you'll build something unshakable. In the 4th house, family patterns, childhood wounds, or your sense of home may feel heavy. But Saturn pushes you to create emotional security for yourself. In the 1st house, even your sense of self can feel like a burden. But here, Saturn sculpts you into someone deeply wise, often ahead of your years. It's never easy, but Saturn's lessons always give depth and strength. A story of Saturn's gift. I once worked with a man in his early 30s, going through his Saturn return. He told me, everything feels like failure. My business isn't growing. My friends are ahead. I feel stuck. His Saturn was in his 10th house of career. I told him, Saturn doesn't want you to rush. It wants you to build something solid. Your climb will be slow, but you will be known for your stability. 2 years later, he messaged me again. His business had finally turned a profit. He wasn't growing fast, but he was steady, and clients trusted him deeply. That's Saturn. It doesn't reward speed, it rewards endurance. How to pass Saturn's tests. So how do we overcome Saturn? Not by fighting Saturn, not by escaping Saturn, but by aligning with Saturn. Here are 4 practices Saturn always respects. Consistency over speed. Do the small things well and repeat them. Saturn rewards structure and routine. Responsibility over excuses. When Saturn tests you, ask, what can I take ownership of? The more responsibility you embrace, the lighter Saturn's lessons feel. Discipline over distraction. Saturn loves commitment. Even when results are delayed, showing up daily proves you're serious. Wisdom over ego. Saturn humbles us. If we resist, it feels like punishment. If we listen, it becomes wisdom. Spiritual ways to work with Saturn. Now in Vedic astrology, Saturn is also seen as the planet of karma, the one that balances accounts. And there are ways to soften Saturn's lessons spiritually. Meditation. Sit with the silence Saturn brings. It teaches you patience with your own mind. Siva. Helping those less fortunate reduces the heaviness of Saturn because it rules humility and service. Mantras. Chanting the Shani mantra is said to align you with Saturn's energy. Saturn's metal. Wearing iron or donating black sesame seeds or blankets on Saturdays has been a traditional remedy in many cultures. But remember, remedies only help when you're living the lesson. Saturn is never tricked. The final truth. So the next time you feel life is moving too slow, when delays pile up, when success feels out of reach, pause, ask yourself, what is Saturn teaching me here? Because Saturn doesn't block your path. It strengthens your path. It doesn't deny success. It delays it until you are truly ready. And once you pass Saturn's test, the rewards don't vanish. They last.